USC coming off a home loss to the Huskies, and now turmoil has taken over in Troy as head coach Steve Sarkisian has taken an indefinite leave of absence. John Jackson, our USC insider, joins me now. And John, outside the preseason pep rally, when we heard Sark was under the influence, we've now heard he's been intoxicated showing up to practice, even possibly during the game against Arizona State. You're around this team and Sark all the time. How much truth is there to these rumors?
Well, I mean, the fact that he definitely has a problem, I think that's definitely a fact. I can't account, for his actions during the game or, even coming out to practices and things of that nature. Yeah, I wasn't there to actually witness those things. But I will say that, there's definitely a problem. There's definitely concern amongst the athletic department, without a doubt. The thing is, from a USC standpoint, and this is sort of how USC Trojans are all the time, we always back each other through thick and thin. And I think that right now, through the situation that Sark is going to go through, which won't be a good one, I think that, the support of the USC fan base, I hope that that's there because we always stick behind ours, even in times of trouble.
Well, John, what was the reaction from the team? Did they have any inkling Sark had this severe of a problem?
Well, I think the players had a little bit of knowledge that something wasn't right. I don't think he didn't come to practice, stumbling drunk or that kind of thing like some people do after a nightclub. It wasn't to that extent. But I think that there was some people that sort of witnessed that there was a problem going on. They probably couldn't put their finger on it exactly what it was, but he wasn't quite right all the time. And so I think that, as the stories start to come out, you're going to hear some players, maybe even some coaches, maybe even some of the administration, sort of say that they knew there was a problem there. They probably just didn't know it was this bad.
Well, what do you do now, John? What if you're Pat Hayden? What's next? How long do they keep Clay Helton as the interim head coach? What do you do from here?
Well, that's a tough one. I mean, I think that first and foremost, you keep Clay Helton throughout the rest of the year. No question about that. He becomes, the interim head coach. He's been in that role before. When Lane was released, he was the interim head coach against Fresno State in the bowl game, a couple years back. So he is familiar with that role, and I think that's the way that Pat will go. But I think that a lot of Pat Hayden's decision will depend on how the public receives it and if they think they can bring Sark back under healthy conditions.
So, John, but you do think that Pat Hayden is going to go out and start a coaching search right now?
Well, I think that you have to. And I also think that Pat's thing will be, he'll say, we're always on a coaching search. I mean, that's sort of the process as an athletic director. You want to be proactive, always have a short list just in case anything happens or just in case your guy doesn't work out. So I think that he will probably come out and say that he's always in the coaching search standpoint, even when things are going good, just from the standpoint you'd never want to get caught off guard as an athletic director.
Of course. All right, John Jackson, thanks so much for the time. We'll talk to you
soon. You got Shay. Thank you.
And for more with the latest surrounding USC and all things college football, stay here, CampusInsiders.com.